Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam Akapash from GMS London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Chachadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful that pushing his truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video, and I got this article here. Alright, bro, post up this up in the chat, and there was a key part that I wanted to show. So entitled this a global agenda or something like that, right? So here, right here we got some news from the UK. This new Labour government that we got here is talking about digital IDs, right? So the title here says Labour government eyes up revival of digital IDs with smart data bill. All right. The UK government has introduced the Digital Information and Smart Data Bill, focusing on legislation for digital identification. The legislation aims to establish digital verification services, including digital identity products, to enable people to quickly and securely verify their identity when using online services. This initiative was announced during the King's Speech yesterday, marking the formal start of the parliamentary calendar. All right, so that's basically what's going on, right? But I wanted to bring out, hopefully it's still highlighted. No, it's not. There's a part in here, right? Which shows you. So these are global agendas that are taking place, okay? And just because one country is dealing with one thing or a different thing to another country and so on and so forth, all these things, all these technologies and legislations, they're all being put together, right? All these things are going to complement the mark of the beast, the MOTB, okay? The RFID implantable microchip, right? It's all going to complement this system that's being created around the earth, right? And they admit it here, right? With this digital ID, that's all part of it, right? And it says here in this paragraph, right? This one here, right? It says a digital identity wallet is undoubtedly the ultimate objective, right? A wallet. What do you usually have in a wallet? Cash, card, money, things you use to pay for things, right? As well as identities and driving license, whatever the case may be, right? She's going to mention those things, right? But again, things that you use to make payments with. That's what these digital wallets are, right? So it says a digital identity wallet is undoubtedly the ultimate objective, not just for the EU but globally, right? It's a global agenda, and we keep talking about these global these corporations, right, that are constructing all these agendas, constructing all these legislations around the world. We've got these world organizations that just kind of come out of nowhere, right? And now they're telling people how they should be doing things and what should be done here. You should be working towards climate change, global warming, bringing your CO2s down, digital IDs, the V shots, and this pandemic, and all these different things that these governments are being told how they should be doing things, right? And like I said, these are all groups, that think tanks and that, created by the elites, right? You got the Bilderberg meetings. What did they discuss? They discussed the future of of each company's role in bringing in these global agendas, contactless payments, and so on and so forth. All these things that have been developed over time have been they've been working together in performing these things, right? Through the will of the elites. Right, so that's why it's not just a UK thing; it's a global thing. Why is the whole world working on it? Why do they have the same agendas? Why does every country or whatever have the same agenda, or trying to impose it on every country? Right, it's because it's the elites that want it, right? Because they're setting up their cage, right, their infrastructure to basically control everybody, right? And like I said, we always said that the final piece of all of this is the people taking an RFID chip, that will link them into the system and connect them to the Internet of Things. Everything that's going on, they'll be connected to it directly, right? It's not going to be through your phone or how things are right this minute, Okay, you're going to be connected, right? So you're going to be personally monitored, personally managed. All right, once you become part of that system. But so they admit it's not just a thing for the EU, okay, which is NATO, the EU, that's part of the beast, the best of the beast, right? But globally, so the beast was out there to everyone, right? To have this instated everywhere, all right? Which fits in with Revelations 13 and 16, right? So that he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right, so he's looking for all. All right. So again, these are why these global agendas exist. These, like I said, these global bodies exist, and why all these corporations are working towards the same thing, right? To adopt this technology and incorporate it, and to basically sell it to the people, for people to accept it. They market it and so on and so forth, so everybody can be on board, or to be convinced to adopt this technology or whatever, right? That's what they do, right? It says so continuing here, it says the concept revolves around individuals storing and using all their information, right? All their information, individuals, people, not nations, small nations, great nations, no, people, right? The people, right? Such as passports, right? That's the probably the main form of ID that people use, right? And driving licenses, right? It says driving licenses and credentials, right? Digitally eliminating the need for physical documents, right? They want to get rid of the paper thing. They were talking about, probably seen over the years. They want you to save trees, right? So they're getting rid of your paper statements and things like that. Now it's just a digital email, whatever the case may be, and everything is just it's so convenient and works easy, because now you ain't got to collect a whole fucking bunch of paperwork in your house and shred it and all this kind of longness. It's just on your phone or wherever you download it to. If you want to download it, you can leave it on the server. You download it. It's up to you. It's convenient. Most people just want to see it and they don't ever bother with it again. But everything's kind of being worked through our phones and our computers and stuff like that. But it's getting more, even more, personal and closer to you. I say the phone is the thing that's on you pretty much all the damn time. Okay, but imagine you got a chip now. It's just with you all the time. You know what I'm saying? It never depart from you. All right. It says this idea was talked about at length during the Money 2020 event in Amsterdam. All right. Let's see. All right. So that's the main point I really want to get out. That it's not. It's a global agenda. These global agendas are being played out. Right, you got the WHO out there, you got the WEF out there trying to push for global change, right? And like I said, these are tools, instruments of the elite to try and bring in the MOTB and the New World Order. And like I said, all these things are just happening in different parts of the world. They're all coming together, to build this ultimate cage that they're designing. All right. So let's go back to scriptures. Right. And I wanted to bring this out. It's from Genesis 47, verse 18. Right. I've used it a few times, but I was going through the scriptures. But, Esau, what he's doing is creating artificial issues, problems that is kind of forcing change, forcing a direction, forcing a narrative, right? As to why we need these things. Because who the fuck needs... do we need it? Do we really need digital ID? Do we really need this and that and all these other things that they're creating? It's arguable that we don't need them, right? Things are working okay, and they will say, but they'll cause issues or find issues that they've created themselves to say that this is why we need to change this. This is why we need to bring in that, right? And for all purposes, it sounds like it makes sense, right? but they themselves are creating these issues, right? Climate change, fraud. They're the man's big, behind the biggest amount of fraud. All these different types of things that need to be addressed, or crime, missing people, illnesses, all these different things. The unbanked, we need to bank the unbanked and all this kind of stuff. And, they find, they create all these problems to bring solutions to them, problem, action, solution, right? But they're the orchestrators of that issue. Now, what we're going to read here, it was a real issue that's going on, but it's like a playbook. It's like a playbook. You create a situation that people need something, then they're going to take it, when it starts affecting them, right? So this is from Genesis chapter 47. I'm going to start from verse 18, right? So, and when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord that how that our money is spent, right? It was famine in the land, right? And so they had no food, right? And they were trading in whatever they had at the time for bread, right? But it got real bad, and money started to run out. See, we will not hide it from my Lord how that our money is spent. My Lord also have our herds of cattle, right? So they already, sold their cattle off, right? There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our lands, right? And this is where it's going to get to eventually. You people are just going to sell yourselves into slavery, and you won't even realize it. You thinking taking this mark is going to save you, and really you're putting yourself
Tap the chest to see what you get.
You put yourself into slavery, eternal eternal slavery under Esau, right, under his control. All right. Verse 19, wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate, right? So it's going to get to the extreme where the point will be that, there's going to be lack of food, and people are going to be signing up to the MOTB just so they can get food. But even up into this point now, where all these events that are taking place, all these pseudo issues that are said to be occurring, right, as for reasons why they're doing these things, right? He's manipulating situations for us to get there in the first place, right? To suggest, to get to the point where he can suggest such a thing, that you need to take an MOTB, you need to take an RFID chip to the hand, to the head, So he bringing around these different situations where he can bring in this, right? So we're kind of being funneled down this road, and we don't have a say in it. People don't have a say. These agendas are being done without nobody's say, essentially. It doesn't matter who you've got in government or all these kinds of. They're all working towards the same thing because they see this as a benefit for everybody, and people don't see no issue with it, right? It's being sold as, this is something that everyone's working towards because it's for the good of the world, right? We will have to fight global warming and all that kind of shit, right? So if you don't, you're an asshole, right? So we're gonna do it anyway, whether you believe it or not, all this sort of stuff. So, like I said, they're creating these situations where, they're able to be developing these things, right, to the point where, we get to the MOTB, and people are taking it or having to take it. But you just need the right situation, you need the right motivations to, for it to take place. And so he's right there creating them all. All right. This Psalm 64 verse 2 says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Right. That's these elites. Right. From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Yeah, you got to eat maggot milk, drink maggot milk, eat bugs, because you're eating too much meat, too much cows on the planet, too much methane, they're fighting too much, too resource intensive, right? It's causing global warming, right? So you got to give up meat. All these things, like, it's like, what did we do? How is this our fault? You're out there slaughtering mass amount of cows and stuff like that for fun. Don't even use more than you waste more than you use. It's because you've industrialized it, right? That you're saying these things are a problem. But if anyone's to blame, it's ultimately these companies, these elites, right? They're running these shitholes, right? But like I said, all this is just an excuse, right? Why you gotta change everything? Why why you gotta give up your car? Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do that? You know, in order to save the planet, or whatever the excuse is, right? So that they may shoot in secret at the perfect Sunday day, they shoot him and fear it not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, right? Because their ultimate goal is enslavement, right? To have a tighter grip over humanity, or what's left of it, right? Because they're of an opinion that there's too many people on the planet. Okay, you too are also contributing to global warming and must be severely reduced, right? That's the conclusion these elites and the puppets of the elites have come to, right? You had the George Guidestone stating as much. You had William Gates stating as much, right? So they're of the idea that there's just too much people, not enough resources, although there is, but they just want it to themselves, and you can go fuck yourself. Basically, you can go fuck yourself, and you gotta live, with tighter restrictions, yeah. And we're gonna monitor it all through the Internet of Things in your chip. Yeah, we're gonna tell you how much of this and that you can use. That's what they're doing. They can't enforce it right now because there's no way to do that. But it's a lot of talk, a lot of ideas being floated around, a lot of things that these men are working towards. Okay, but like I said, it ends up at the MOTB. And all they do is just creating the situations needed to get us there. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. They communicate, laying snares, privily, traps, lies, right? The lies are traps. They say, "Who shall see them?" Right? They think they pulled the wool over everybody's eyes, but the elect see them. Right? The Lord have given them the ability to see for the bullshit that they come out with. Because we know Esau's the enemy. So when you know someone's an enemy to you, man, you don't shut off, man. You don't take shit for granted just because he's acting like he's trying to help. If you know the guy's an enemy, man, you're switched on. Your eyes is open. You know what I'm saying? You're watching everything, right? But these guys, they don't understand that Esau's just a fucking devil and he's an enemy to everybody. They don't understand that. Much to their own detriment, right? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, right? So, like I said, they search out all these different ways to manipulate, the course of the earth, right? And that's why there's so much shit going on all the damn time. Everything's an opportunity for them to, introduce more and more of their system, to get the outcome that they want. All right. So, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. All right, so they're always plotting and scheming, man. Right? But you just got to not believe them. But I said they're going to go through it anyway because, like I said, that's the whole idea. It's the whole point. This is Micah 2:1 says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." Okay, again, it's these elites, right? When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. These men rule the earth. Okay, they have the money and the resources, man. They're above kings. They're above presidencies and prime ministers and all that kind of shit. Right? Everyone's getting paid through them. They're on the payroll. Right? So they're gonna do the agendas that the elites want. They covet fields and take them in violence. Right? All the elite are interested in doing is taking more away from people. That's all they're interested in, taking away your freedoms and your liberties and stuff. Right? They want it all. They don't really want you to have anything. Right? You're a strain on resources, man. They refer to you as useless eaters. What I believe that's the term they use it with, concerning their own people of lower status. But But no, they see you as a drain on the earth, man. You know, because let's be honest, this whole infrastructure they set up so far is expensive to maintain. You know, that's why they don't want to, they want these people to maintain it. They don't want to have to, you know, have such grand scale operations. Yeah, because I bet it's expensive to run this shit. They're quite happy to replace you with a few robots, some AI, and the rest of you can just die or, you know, get fed rations or whatever, man. You know, for whatever use you may have in the system. But as far as Esau's concerned, there's too many people on the earth, man. He don't need them all. You know. So yeah, they covet fields. So yeah, he's covetous. All he's interested in is taking away from people. Right? So then take them by violence and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Esau's just about oppression. Right? So therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family, right? Because it's Esau at the top. Okay, the house at the top is Esau. That's the family in rulership. So against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. Right? Evil times is here really, but increasingly so. You know, it's gonna become a time of great evil, man. All right. This is Joel chapter 5 verse 12, right? It says so even though Esau's put great energy and effort into these agendas, into these plans of his, right? He's only gonna fall short, right? It's all gonna fail and fall to pieces right before his eyes, man. You know, and he's gonna get so close. He's already getting close, but he's gonna get so close that even people are gonna be taking this MOTB, okay, which is, like I said, the final piece of the puzzle. You know, these hand chips and these head chips. That's Esau's ultimate goal. All right. This is Job 5:12. It says he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Okay, we just read about these guys working behind the scenes, the secret councils of the wicked. Right, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, their agenda, their plans, their business. Right, what they're into, what they're trying to do. The Lord is going to disappoint them. Okay, that you're not going to be able to complete it. Okay, that eye, you know, on the dollar bill you got the pyramid with the all-seeing eye, right? But it's not, the pyramid is not complete. The capstone is floating above the rest of the pyramid. It's not complete yet. You ain't never going to get to complete it, you know. But you believe that, you know, these Edomites believe that they're going to be able to complete it, right? You're never going to get to complete it, man. You're gonna fall short. Right? Verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Right? The Most High is only setting up the wicked for failure. Right? Because all this wickedness that they've been doing, right, it's gonna be, the time to pay is gonna turn up before they get to complete their wicked agenda. The Lord is gonna bring judgment against them before they're gonna get an opportunity to finish this. All right, so he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in daytime and grope in the noonday as in night. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted. I'm going to close out with this. It's Joel 20 and 22. All right, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Right, so you know these elites, they're going to get so close into, like I said, completing their agenda, but they're going to fall short. All right, and the Lord's going to bring judgment against them. Right, so then every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay, the word wicked here, okay, that's really the word laborer. Right, so basically all the slaves, the servants of this man's kingdom, us, you know, predominantly, right, we're going to get at him. The nations are going to get at him, right? When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. So like I said, you know, just about when he's about to fill his belly, when it's about to be complete, when you're about to enjoy that last bite of the meal, you're saving that last bit, and you ain't gonna get to savor it, man. You're not gonna get to enjoy it, right? So God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, and while you're reveling in your perceived success, because you think, oh yeah, look, I'm here now. Look, I'm getting everyone to take this MOTB. I'm here. I've done it. And while that's all going on, your destruction is gonna come. Like in Babylon when the writing on the wall came, right? The man were partying, they were enjoying themselves, but guess what happened? The man got taken out. The Persians and the Medes moved in. Many Tekel Al-Farsid, if I remember that correctly. Them man got taken out, right? And they lost their empire, they lost their kingdom to the Medes and the Persians, right? Same way, when judgment gonna come down, and this world is gonna be translated to Yahweh Shai. It's not gonna be your kingdom no more. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, right? Because what's in store for you? Nuclear destruction. America is going to be destroyed with nuclear fire. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword shall come out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Right? So when this great judgment occurs, this whole world's going to see and know that this was the judgment of the Lord, because the prophets have been out here prophesying these things, man, from the scriptures. All right? The increase of his house shall depart. Everything that he's ever gained, right, which is a lot. This man's got the whole earth, man, all the riches in it. Like the prophecies, stated back in Genesis 27, the blessing of Esau, that he should have the fatness of the earth. That's what he's got right now. He's got all the goodness out of it, right? So he's gained a lot, but it's going to depart from him, right? The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God, right? So we all know the judgment of Esau, man, and that's why he can't be saved. Most High hates him, right? And he's going to do away with all the Edomites after they serve their punishment, man. So this is what's being set up. So even though these devils, they got these agendas, and they're trying to group the whole world in on it, as prophecy state, they're gonna end up failing. You're gonna end up failing, man. All these plans of these elites and that, it's gonna fail. But I'm gonna end it there. The audience has been edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next one. So it's next time I say shalom.